After you've read the question, be sure you understand it. This question requires us to draw all possible resonance structures for the nitrate ion where the octet rule is not violated. So every atom must have an octet. It also asks us to show all non-zero formal charges. In other words, put the charge associated with each atom on that atom. Do not just give an overall charge for the molecule. Before moving on, summarize how you plan to approach the question. First, determine the number of valence electrons the molecule has. Then, use those valence electrons to construct resonance structures that follow the octet rule. And finally, include the formal charges. Now we can solve the question. The nitrate ion has 3 oxygen atoms, each with 6 electrons, 1 nitrogen atom with 5 electrons, and 1 negative charge, which comes from an extra electron. In total, there are 24 valence electrons to work with. To draw the resonance structures, start by connecting each oxygen atom to the central nitrogen atom by a single line. That uses up 6 electrons. Now place the remaining 18 electrons to give each atom an octet. After all 18 electrons have been placed, the nitrogen still doesn't have an octet, so one of the oxygen atoms will have to share a lone pair. This is represented by removing a lone pair from one of the oxygen atoms and drawing a second line from that oxygen atom to the nitrogen atom to form a double bond. Since any of the 3 oxygen atoms could have shared a pair of electrons, we can draw 3 equivalent resonance structures. Now calculate the formal charges on each atom. Remember, a line counts as 1 electron when you're determining formal charge. The 2 oxygen atoms that are singly bound to nitrogen have 7 electrons each, so they both have a formal charge of -1. The other oxygen has 6 electrons and is therefore neutral. The nitrogen atom has 4 electrons, so it has a charge of +1. The other resonance structures are the same. Finally, check your work. Make sure all the formal charges add up to the correct overall charge for the molecule, and check that each atom has an octet. As an aside, all these resonance structures have the same formal charges on the same types of atoms, so you'd be correct if you guessed that they're all equally important.